Hello everybody, welcome back to Hidden Harvest with Liz. Today are we going to be discussing the last couple of groups of seeds, and for those of you who saw the box of seeds that I was gifted are probably wondering, why on earth did you get any more seeds? Well, these were actually ordered before I got that box and before that box was organized so I could see what all was in it. These are just ideas that I had already ordered, that I was already considering, and I went ahead and got them anyway instead of canceling the order because some of these were not inside that box. They were things I was curious about but had not had a chance to get. So, this order in particular is from MiGardener. Oh lord, I did not realize how much I had ordered for the MiGardener. But it is also a chance to check out the MiGardener for those of you who don't know, and it might be all of one of you. MiGardener is a content creator on the YouTubes who also does their own seeds, and I have heard nothing but great things about MiGardener, and I can tell you I really enjoy their videos. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick peek at these particular things. We have got milk thistle. And let's actually take a picture of the back area. Hang on. If you guys can see that. And the reason being is because the stuffed botanical interest, let me say all of the syllables with that word. The stuff with botanical interest has got a lot of information on the back, so I'm very curious about the information we've got here. We've got the about section. We have got... oh, direct sow up to 2 weeks before the first frost, days to germinate. Germination temperature, I don't recall seeing those on the back of botanical interest, the temperature that the soil needs to be before they'll germinate. Days to maturity, plant spacing, plant size, that's a good thing to know too on the package. And a tip, to harvest seeds for herbs, cut blooms after opening and dry in a paper bag. Once seeds are completely dried, you can begin to use them in the mix. Oh. So not only just really good information, but also a tip. Nice. I have got sunflower. This one is the teddy bear sunflower. I hear lots and lots of great things. And for those of you who are here, who watched my videos, Kitty, what are you doing? He just walked up and bit my leg. Weirdo. Anyway, the garden that I had last year, which none of those videos are on here if you want to go back and check those guys out, it's actually over on my other channel, More to Me for Life. It's a gaming channel, which is the reason why I created this channel, was to be able to... Hi? How are you? It was a chance for me to show my garden off. Somebody wanted attention. What are you doing? Huh? Was you bored? This is Hiroki. He is a very silly boy. You gonna go up and say hi to everybody? Yep, there they are. Right? No, close. That's my coffee. I wouldn't take that if I were you. Why? Okay. I have heard nothing but great things about these particular ones. My last year garden was the first year I did like an intentional growing of flowers, and I found it to be very, very refreshing. The happy blooms that were on my sunflowers made me smile in ways I didn't think it was going to be possible. I have heard great things about these, so I ordered me some seeds for those. Then I have got 2 things of cantaloupe, because every time I've asked my family what on earth they want me to grow, my husband's only concern is whether or not I'm going to be growing cantaloupe. So we have got cantaloupe. It is Hale's Best Jumbo. We'll see how these guys grow. I have no idea. I've never actually been able to get cantaloupe to grow, but we're going to give it a shot. Thank you. Why are you licking my hand? Okay. Then I have got Epazote. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't think I am. But I have heard that this is a spice that is usually in a lot of dishes in countries where they eat a whole lot of beans. This right here is like an herb that they constantly use in there that for some reason or another we don't use in our herbs ourselves. And it helps with some of the digestive issues that come with the beans. Plus it kind of finishes out the flavor of them. So I wanted to try those out because there's plenty of times I've been trying to cook baked beans or cooked crock pot beans, basically. One of the biggest meals that we used to eat whenever I was younger was a crock pot full of beans and cornbread. And for some reason, the flavors just never just right, you know? Like there's something missing. And I think maybe it's these. So I'm going to try growing these. And then I have got 2 bags of chicory. And this is an herb that is an actual replacement, possibly, for coffee. If you find yourself where you don't have coffee, it's one of those ones that I'm using for my what if scenario. What if the cat has decided to take over my desk? What if cat? Please don't knock anything off the desk. Okay, there he goes. What if we don't have any coffee? It's one of those things of what if we don't have things in a store. The chicory is one of the ones where you can use the roots and roast them, and it's kind of a coffee replacement. So I just want to grow it to see how the flavor is, and it's just kind of an experiment. So that's something that's going to be fun. And then we have got lemongrass, which is a very good seasoning, and it is also supposed to be very good for keeping mosquitoes at bay. In our area, mosquitoes are the size of helicopters. The Apache specifically, and it's just as mean. So I'm hoping this will help. And then we have got cumin, and we have got tarragon. And these 2 spices I've never actually tried to grow. I have heard good things about them. Cumin I'm very interested in trying to grow with because there's a lot of recipes, and I'll get to that in just a minute. There's a lot of recipes that call for cumin and stuff like that that I don't currently have, and I'm just wondering if it'd be better if I grew it instead of buying it. We will find out. And this one, anise, I think is how you say the name, but I have heard this one has like an herb flavor that is akin to licorice, and licorice is one of my favorite flavors. We'll see whether or not that's actually the truth. I don't know. Hyssop, I have got that one. Did I just get the one? Yeah, hyssop. I actually have written down why I had this one. I think it had to do with its herb abilities, but off the top of my head, I don't remember. But it is a gorgeous flower nonetheless. Let me see. Harvest, fresh or dried, stored flowers in a paper bag. You can also hang it upside down to get the seeds. It's a pollinator attractor. And you can use it in combination of licorice, basil, and lemon. Dry the flowers to make a wonderful homegrown tea blend. So it's basically for tea, but if I remember correctly, I wrote this one down specifically for something I don't know off the top of my head, because that notebook is somewhere in this house. I will find it and I will get back to you on that one. And then I've got these cucamelons. I hope I actually showed those guys right. Hyssop, anise. Just realized I probably wasn't showing them where they weren't. And cumin. Lemongrass. Chicory. And that one's got a beautiful little flower too. It's purpley. It looks blue on my screen for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay, I don't think I showed the pictures on those. I keep forgetting there's like a shine on it, and I need to make sure that I'm showing it properly. The cucamelons, I have seen lots and lots of people grow. It's kind of a, I don't know, more of a topic piece. People discuss this one as kind of like a cool little herb or something or another. This one's not like a grow it so I can survive kind of herb. Though I have heard people say that once you grow it inside your garden, you'll never be able to really get rid of it because it self-seeds pretty regularly, but we'll find out if that's the case. I just think it'd be fun to make little pickles out of it. That's my hope. And let's see, we've got purple hull beans, which is, I think, my only black-eyed pea that I don't recall getting any other black-eyed peas. That big box of stuff that I've got in there from my last episode, that might have some more peas in it. I don't know. But these I had already ordered and I thought they looked cool, so... All right, and then we have got a bee balm. I'm trying really, really hard this year to bring up my population of beneficial insects, and I've got a lot of flowers. From last year's stuff, this year's stuff, all the stuff that I brought in, I'm hoping I will be able to do that. And then I've got garbanzo beans. Between the black-eyed pea and the garbanzo beans, I think these two were the ones that caused less digestive issues from eating them, and I'm trying to find the right type of bean that grows well here, but it also works with everybody's digestion properly because weirdness. Okay, so that is all of the seeds for this year. We have finally finished with the seeds. I'm going to say I am extremely happy with the packaging. I really like the packaging. The pictures are simple. There's a decent amount. The cost of the seeds was very, very friendly, like $2 a pack on, I think, everything. Hang on. Oh, I don't have, it doesn't have it listed how much it was. That was on my other one. But I also like their invoicing, which is really, really cool because somebody goes back and if you get more than one, they circle around it to make sure that they see that that's more than one package. That's really good. I'm a fan of good invoicing, guys. I'm just a fan of good invoicing. Okay, now another thing that I wanted to talk about. The another thing that I wanted to talk about? Words are fine. I also finally got my 2 books in. It's the Ball's Home Preserving and the canning book. I have seen a lot of people recommend this and pull recipes from both of these books. And a lot of people that I watch, they pull, these are like their base books and then they have other books on top of that. I was just kind of curious between these 2 books, whether or not you guys know of any really good recipes for things that you are growing this year that you could recommend me. There's a lot in here that I don't quite understand because I haven't ever tried, ever, not once, tried canning my own stuff. Right now I have got figs inside my freezer that I need to make some sort of jelly or jam or preserve out of it. And I'm kind of curious about whether or not you guys have tried these recipes, if there's one that you have enjoyed. And I would love to know down in the comment section because I plan on going through these books after I know specifically what I plan on planting in the garden this year, because this weekend I'm going through my entire box of seeds and going through the seeds that I actually intentionally purchased and trying to narrow down what I intend to grow, and then finding a couple of seeds that are going to be like experimental seeds, and I'll get me some grow bags or something like that to put those in. And we're going to go from there because I've got a lot of stuff spread all over my house right now that is in various stages of please hurry up and let spring happen because otherwise it might die. I'm pretty sure most of my peppers are dead. For those who are waiting for proof of life of Fred, I am pretty sure he has passed beyond the mortal coil because temperatures in the house fluctuated during the freezing time and right afterwards between having firewood and not having firewood and having to rely on propane and back and forth. The housing temperature has been fluctuating way too much, and I don't think Fred survived, which was my jalapeno. So far as I can tell, the 2 bell peppers are still alive and thriving, but that could change. I don't know. I have strawberries that are inside my kitchen right now that are trying like hell to survive until springtime. I'm trying to keep them alive. I have a hard time with the moisture thing, which is the reason why I have ordered. They are XLUX store, and they are called a soil moisture sensor water meter monitor. And I hate to have to do this. You would figure after as many years as I've been gardening, I would know whether or not soil needs water, but apparently not because I've managed to kill quite a few plants this year. And to be fair, I've never tried overwintering peppers before. And the plants that I normally have inside the house you basically have to actively try to kill them in order for them to pass. I have a couple of other plants that I have forgotten for a month on end and not watered, and it just like kind of starts wilting and it's like, oh yeah, I need to water you. Whereas the other plants need a whole lot more of attention. So I'm getting a way of making sure that I keep those guys watered. That's all that. Plus it'll help me out in the yard because the soil mixture that I'm having to use for the beds isn't quite what I was expecting. So there's going to be some finagling with the soil, but ladies and gentlemen, that is really all I had. I had a few seed packages that had come in. I've got books that have come in. I have got a whole lot of stuff and things, and next week's video should be more of outside stuff because right now a lot of stuff has happened in the garden. Some of it is intentional, some of it's not intentional, but we're going to work our way through it and try and make the best garden that we can for the year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I didn't have a whole lot to say today. Not every video has to be extremely long, but I'm hoping the next video will be a little bit more. We're coming up on potato season. We're coming up on starting seeds for our peppers and tomatoes. I didn't start any seeds for my winter garden because most of my winter garden is left over from last year and it's still trying to produce, and most of my beds are not ready, so there's no point in me trying to grow those just yet. Greenhouse is incoming and the garden is incoming, guys. I'm very, very excited to show you guys what we have been working on. Like I said, there have been setbacks and things aren't exactly as I thought they would be, but we're going to make do. I can't wait to show you. I will see you next time. You have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and you stay shiny. Bye!